Hey everybody, we're back after a little break. I had to escape to the beach for a week to just have a rest. So, here we are.
So Riz, what's on the menu?
Well, today we are making...
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Fattening stuff.
Fattening stuff. Oh my God. Anyway, we're making Wagon Wheels slice and hot jam donuts. Oh my God.
Right, is this why we're having green tea?
We're actually having green tea.
Holding back the calories.
See, we
Yes.
really are.
Yeah.
I know you think it's wine,
Yeah.
but at this stage in the cooking, that's what we're having.
Yeah.
More will be revealed later.
Holding back the calories. I don't want to grow any more back boobs. I've got back boobs. It's amazing what you do when you get your 50s. But yeah, so
I've got a lot of it organised already, so I'll be doing a bit of chatting so we can keep it down. But I thought it'd be nice.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to do two things. And then we've got a little bit of surprise. We're taking them out somewhere special to be eaten.
Yum.
We don't want to eat them all.
well, we do.
Well, we do, but it won't be good for us.
All right.
So cool.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen. We'll see you in the kitchen soon. Okay. This is just a little bit of preparation I'm going to do before I start putting together the what's it called? Wagon wheel slice. So I have I find Lindt is really fantastic. It melts really well, and it's a really beautiful vegan chocolate. Obviously the higher up ones, not the milk ones. So I've used 2 of those, and I've just broken them up and put them in a bowl. I'm actually going to microwave this. If you haven't got a microwave, don't stress. Just put you can put this bowl over some steaming water. If you do that, you don't want the water to actually touch here because it'll make the chocolate go really hard and not melt well. Just to make it runny so that I can actually put it over the top of the slice, I'm going to put in a pretty generous tablespoon of, oh my God, margarine. Please no. And, that's what we'll say about that. And as another form of preparation, I have actually halved the marshmallows.
So they look like gnocchi.
So yeah, we've just come up with a new recipe, but we can wait for that one. So they're all ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is just pop that in the microwave, probably for just 1 minute, stir it, and then a couple of minutes, stir it. So what I might do is put it in for a bit, and you can see what it looks like maybe halfway through, and I'll let you know how long it takes. How's that sound? Okay, so this has just been 1 minute. Margarine is melted, and you can still see the chocolate needs to melt a little bit. So I'm just going to pop that back in. I actually might only put it in for 30 seconds because I don't want to burn the chocolate. Okay, so I've pre-prepared the bottom of the wagon wheel slice. As you will see on the ingredients list, what this involved was, I can't for the life of me remember exactly, I think it was 185 grams of a vegan butter. I actually used Nutlix. I put that in with the sugar and, creamed it. So you know what that means, everybody? Put it in, put the sugar in until it becomes a cream colour. Beat it up and it's fluffy. After that, I then added the flour. Now I found it was a little bit dry when I did it. You don't want this to be sopping wet, but you want it to be like a reasonably easy pastry to push out. So I added a little tiny bit of water. Up to you, see how you go. After that, I just got it literally in the bowl, scooped it together, plonked it on here, and just pushed it all out until it was covering this. I'm not even quite sure how big this is. It'll be about 22 by...
Oh, you're sounding like Roy now.
I know what this is because I used to be a midwife.
What's that? A finger?
That's 10 centimetres dilated. That's why I know that's roughly about...
You've got short stumpy fingers, Riz. That's about an inch.
No, that's 10 centimetres. Anyway, we're not going to go into female anatomy. So, what I've done, because I made this earlier, if you were making it all in one hit, you just let this cool a little bit, but it needs to be a little warm, so I've just popped it back in. Now, all we do here, and you don't have to film the whole thing, is we want to cover... Oh, no, Rissy's made a big silly mistake. First of all, we've got to put the raspberry, get my shit together, we've got to put the raspberry jam on. Be generous, I reckon.
Look at that colour.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can't be too generous. I just remember we need it for the donuts as well. It's a raspberry sort of thing happening here. All right, I've got more raspberry. Because I don't know what it is about.
So does this go in the oven or fridge?
No,
Fridge.
this goes in the fridge.
Okay.
It will go in the oven. It suggests to put it in the oven for a little tiny bit so the marshmallows melt, but I've never done that.
No.
There we go. Just so you can have a look. Then we just put that on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you. So we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, and rather than make you feel sick with jigging up and down film, I'm going to tell you what I've done here. So the chocolate was fully melted. I did add a little bit, maybe about a quarter or a cup of canola oil, just because it needs to be really runny. Stirred that into in with the chocolate so that it was well and truly mixed. Poured the chocolate on here, got the back of the spoon and just rolled it along, or a spatula. As I said before, it's not pretty, but it tastes good. So
but it's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So that now will go into the fridge. They say for a couple of hours. I'll let you know how long we end up leaving it in for. So the chocolate can set.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pre-prepared this only just so that the video is not too long. So what I did was I got 350 mils of, I use soy milk usually because it's nice and creamy, and I think it was 100 grams, I can't remember the exact amount, or whatever that says about the butter, and I popped that on the stove on a very low heat, butter in with the milk, and melted it down until it was all melted, obviously, and warm. Melted it down until it was all melted. Go there, go figure. What's really important is that you let that cool, not freezing cold, but cool down. Because if you add that into the mixture that I'm going to talk about in a second with the yeast in, it will kill the yeast and you'll have no donuts. Well, you'll have flat donuts. So that's what I did. Separate in a saucepan, if you can imagine. In here I put the flour, the sugar, the yeast, a tablespoon of yeast, a little bit of salt. Had that there, mixed it up. Then I added the warm milk in and ended up with a dough a bit like that. I then put plastic over the top and I've left that to rise. It's a little bit cold.
How long, Riz? How long did you leave it to rise for?
When
did I get here?
This has probably been rising since 10. I did about 11:15, but an hour is enough.
An hour.
We've just been busy doing other things. Right. So what I'm going to do now is get that out. Put a bit of flour on here.
Riz gets his serious face. Look at that.
This is a no-knead recipe that I've veganised, so there's really no need to knead. But obviously you need to consolidate it. So as you can see there, that's consolidated. I'm just going to go and get my rolling pin. Now, what we're doing here is just rolling this out on the bench. So these donuts they'll probably take a couple, 2.5 hours way to go, but oh my goodness, they are so worth it.
They are so yum.
Now, about that thick? I don't know. About that thick? Cutouts. I decided today I'm going to do some sheep donuts.
Yay!
So, all you do is cut into it. I've made up here some no-stick baking paper just on the tray, because these will have to be left to rise again to the shape, to the size that you want them to actually cook them. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. You can just use cookie cutter.
You can use the bottom of a glass. You can use anything.
You can use anything. You can make whatever shape you like, but I wouldn't get too delicate because
you can do a poo shape.
Yeah, you can do poo. Sound like that's something to repeat from, otherwise it's a poo shape. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and do all that. Then I'm just going to leave them sitting there in a warm place on top of the oven because the oven's actually on. I'm going to cover them with a tea towel and I'll let you know how long it takes to get them up.
And we'll come back and check them out.
Yeah, and cook
them. Keep cookie cutting.
Okay, we're just about there. Last little dregs of the dough. I'm just rolling it out and finishing it off with a little, they're going to be little donuts. Yeah, so just finishing it
They
off.
can be yours.
No, they can be, you know, who's where we're going to deliver them. We'll have the big ones. So yeah, so that's all about almost ready to go. So as you can see, I'm here. This is my new knife. I'm really excited. Now, this has been in the fridge about, we think, an hour and a half because we were too busy talking. And it's nice and hard. And I've just cut across here. And obviously you can make it as small or as big as you like. And here we go. Just doing that. And that's what it looks like. And it's pretty yummy. But we're packing
that in my mouth.
No, you're filming. We're packing these up and we're going somewhere special. We'll be back with the donut cooking. So I've heated up some canola oil. Only use canola oil or a light oil. Do not use olive oil because you just shouldn't fry it with olive oil in this situation. It's actually good. As you can see, the donuts have risen up nicely. So I've got a little working station here. Caster sugar. And I'll show you what you do with that. And then I've got a plate so I can put these in the oven because obviously they're hot jam donuts, so they've got to stay warm. So basically, all you do is pop them in. See how that's bubbling away there? That's how it should be. And they will get a little bit bigger during the cooking process. Don't put too many in that you can't handle because they do cook up pretty quickly. If it's too hot, you don't want them burning. So once it's hot enough, because you want the insides to cook as well, because this is not deep frying. And you all would have probably had jam donuts before. You just want them a nice fry. That could be a little bit too hot there, so I've turned the heat down. Just give that a little bit longer to cook through. There's a funny knot. And then carefully take them across to the jam. The sugar, and I actually might, sorry to do that, Jules, I'll just get them all off, otherwise I'm going to burn.
Risi is a one-line screamer, I tell ya.
Please do.
They look good.
Okay.
Right. Then you're going to roll them.
Roll them like that. Now, what you need, is that right? Yep. What you need is a sauce bottle. Sometimes you may need to cut a bigger hole. This one isn't too bad. Pop some raspberry jam in and a little bit of hot water or a bit of water. Now I've actually accidentally made this a little bit too thin. Give it a shake and put that and push it right in and fill it up. There you go. That's all you got to do.
And then they go on this lovely dish and then in my mouth.
So that
Does anyone know where she is? Bernie for Haley?
What are marshmallows? Do you have this one?
Like Rocky Road Square?
I messaged Pam the other day and it's the quickest she's ever responded to a text.
Now, what does everyone think of the donuts?
Oh my goodness.